Welcome to the AdviserVoice Zurich FinTech Lab series. My name's Ray Griffin from AdviserVoice, and in our last episode we spoke with Mark Fabris from Zurich. Mark was telling us about how Zurich have revamped their Z Life Advisor portal to the website. So let's now just throw over to the panel and just see the sort of things that they've got in mind in terms of exploring their way through it. Therese, can you please just walk us through your initial observation of how this system works?
Sure. Look, I love the landing page. It's got some really great summaries there of where your current clients are at, and there's a really nice looking tour that takes you through the different features of the site. It's very clever how it flicks through the different pages. What do you think, Adrian?
Yeah, I think the way it bounces around the screen, it's very useful. Where a lot of tours are quite static and it doesn't show you exactly. You've got to do a bit more work to find where it is. So I think that's a pretty useful assistance to people using it for the first time. So.
Very clever. How's the mobile experience, Clayton?
Yeah, well, just been using it. It's quite user friendly. My sort of questions would be around. Would this be even something that you could use in a meeting? Because an application is not typically something you do sort of face to face, but you could probably pull together some initial thoughts straight off, the mobile device without bringing along the laptop. So it's quite handy.
Mm. And I've kind of taught it through the iPad, which again was similar, very user friendly. But I'll be interested to see how we can interact with the client to perhaps notify them of things that have come up on the screen. So yeah, it's good.
There's actually a little feature on the side as well, which has key contacts, which is really handy. Yeah. So you've actually got your BDMs listed there, which I don't know about you guys, but I always used to struggle to find who your key contacts are. So that's a really handy little feature.
Yeah. Well, I guess I might just chime in there as a user of the previous system. You can see the speed of clicking through to clients is a lot faster, which is great. It must be to do with the platform that they moved to. So.
Yeah.
Thanks very much to members of the panel for those observations. Let's now get Mark back in to answer your more in-depth questions. Welcome back, Mark. And the panel has had a chance to interrogate the Z Life, and no doubt they'll have some good questions for you.
Thanks.
Let's hand over to Adrian for the first one.
Yeah, Mike, I've just sort of noticed that it appears to be based on Salesforce, and to me that seems like a good thing from my understanding of technology, and that in the future you should be able to bolt on a lot more functionality to this portal.
Absolutely. A big part of what we're doing at the moment is future-proofing. We use Salesforce CRM internally, and it's been very good for us with organising from internal staff through to now what you see is an external view. That's right.
Right. And in terms of that'll allow maybe integration with external systems, CRM software that other providers use potentially?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the things that I want to get to with this is the personalisation, for you, so that the experience is more of your experience than a generic one. And this will allow us to do that. But absolutely, integration with other systems is big on the radar.
Yeah, great.
No doubt you worked with Salesforce in creating this. So was that with a view in mind? Because I'm aware that they actually have a CRM that they're launching in the financial planning space. Was that with a view to link in with that?
Well, the platform is quite versatile itself, and they do have a financial services version that's come out. Now, whether we would actually directly integrate is another question, but absolutely, I like the idea of you being able to access those same tools and being able to get the same efficiencies that we do.
Thanks for that question, Therese. Clayton, you're the new member of the panel, and you're looking at the software through a mobile phone.
Yes.
You've no doubt got some observations or questions for Mark.
Yeah, certainly. Look, I mean, anything that restricts me having to bring additional hardware or anything to a client meeting is going to be handy and helpful. I'd be quite interested, are you getting sort of feedback from any advisor, or is your plan, I guess I should say, that I can just sit in a meeting with my iPhone if I so desire, and sort of start the application like this, and then when I'm either on my way back to the office or something like that, I can get a lot of the work done without carrying around a laptop.
Yeah, that's absolutely the future vision. I wouldn't suggest that all of the pieces of the pie are all fully mobile friendly, or the whole experience is sufficiently mobile friendly.
Sure.
Absolutely, this part of it is, and so Z Life You get all of the efficiency on a mobile device that you would on a desktop.
Yep.
But gradually what we want to do is have the full experience be device independent. You should be able to interact with us, interact with Zurich elements with your clients, regardless of the device.
Yep, great.
Thanks, Clayton. Virginia, you've been using software for a while in financial planning terms. What's your observation of this?
One of the things that I would like to know that it does or is going to do in the future is probably a push notification, because some of the things that get missed, particularly around insurance, are a client's insurance policy lapsing, maybe their credit card has declined or whatever it may be. Is this now sending out a push notification to our devices that pings and says?
We're not at the push notification point yet, but we are sending out updates through the platform. We are. It's funny. One of the early requests has actually been that push notification side of things. But at the moment, it's a mobile optimised platform rather than being something you load on to your mobile device. As we go forward, that's absolutely something we want to have feedback on. And in fact, in the next couple of weeks, you'll see a new feedback mechanism in the app, which is one of the ways we do want to get that direct feedback and continue to improve.
Fantastic. That's great.
What, Mark, question about the practice overview. If you own a practice with multiple planners, is it possible to have a, for a client service officer, for example, to have a global view across applications in a practice?
Yeah, the view at the moment is based on the Master Advisor Code. And so that's the fundamental that it's set up for now. But certainly through delegated access, you could access more than one advisor code at once through the one login. And so it is a simplified process, but it might not provide absolutely the global view that you're looking for just yet.
Okay. And is it possible to have, do you have one login per advisor or is it login per user?
Yeah, that's a good question, because one of the things that we wanted to improve was what we call the delegated user option. Because in a practice, you've perhaps got multiple people, support staff wanting to access information, and you don't want to share one login around. And so the process to allow a delegated user within the practice to access using their own login is a simple process we've introduced with the platform now as well.
Fantastic.
Well, thanks, panel, and thanks, Mark. We've been speaking with Mark Fabris, the Head of Digital at Zurich, Australia, on the AdviserVoice Zurich FinTech Lab Series. Thanks very much for joining us.